Greetings, brothers and sisters. Hello and welcome back to Eva's House of Spirit. I'm Eva, and today I want to talk about a saying, a Portuguese saying that my mother used to use all the time. I think she probably still does. Let me just put my coffee down. That saying is, and forgive me for those of you who may be Portuguese, my Portuguese is not perfect, so if I kind of butcher this a little bit, forgive me. But the saying is, se não tem unhas, não toca guitarra. And what that means is, if you don't have nails, don't play the guitar. I know it sounds very strange. And sorry, by the way, if my camera kind of shakes a little and if you hear some little noises, it's Nixie. She's kind of being a kitten right now, and she's shaking the stand that I have my laptop on, so sorry. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I know that the saying sounds a little strange, if you don't have nails, don't play guitar, but there's actually deeper meaning to this saying, and I think there are three aspects, three main things that this saying conveys. The first of which is that, don't be hasty, don't jump into things, like knee-jerk. And the reason for that is, are you sure that it's a good idea? Are you sure that you're ready? Are you sure? Like, it's easy to impulsively jump into things sometimes when we're feeling certain things or when we're just like feeling inspired. But it's important to not be hasty, because haste can lead to impractical and sometimes really bad decisions. So there's that. The saying, if you don't have nails, don't play guitar, alludes to, the advice of don't be hasty, don't just jump into things. Like, you can't really play the guitar if you don't have nails, or, well, in modern times you would use a guitar pick, but some people, they grow their nails out to play. You get what I'm saying. To be unprepared, to just jump in there and be like, that's not a good thing. And this saying also alludes to, it also conveys, I should say, the idea that you shouldn't maybe get into things that you can't handle. Be sure that you can handle something before you jump into something. A lot of times people don't consider if something is manageable, if something is realistic, if something is practical. So that's another aspect of what this saying is conveying. No tem unhas, no toca guitarra. So there's that, and then also the saying also kind of conveys that if you're going to take on something, prepare yourself in advance, because the idea that in order to play guitar you need nails, it kind of conveys that, well, you have to grow those nails before you're ready to play the guitar. So if you're not quite there yet, give yourself some more time. So I thought this saying, it's an interesting saying. The reason why I'm making this video is that I was just kind of, I don't know, doing my thing, and it popped into my head, this saying that my mother always used to use, if you don't have nails, don't play guitar. And I was like, it really is a wise saying, because it can be applied to so many things in life, in mundane life, but it can also, if you really think about it, it can be applied to your magic as well. Don't be hasty with your work. Don't take on more than you can handle. If it's something that you don't have a real solid grasp on, maybe going on to the third thing that it alludes to, maybe it would be helpful to sort of research or prepare yourself if you're thinking of taking on something that is really like maybe a bit beyond your current state of understanding or preparation. Not to say you can't do things, but preparation is really important. The ability to be in a position to be able to take on and handle something and manage something, and so I just thought I would share that interesting saying with you. I don't know too many people that have ever talked about this saying. I really haven't heard anyone else use this saying. But I thought it would be kind of cool to share a little bit of my mother's wisdom with all of you. Because, my mom, she is a wise lady, and this saying, as different as it is, as quirky as it really is deep, and it really is true, I think, I feel, I find. I can't even tell you how many times in life I was like, Mom, I want to do this, or Mom, I'm preparing to do this, and she would turn to me and she'd be like, se não tens unhas, não toca guitarra. She would just tell me, get yourself ready, make sure you can handle that, make sure you're not biting off more than you can chew. So, yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. That said, I was wondering if any of you grew up with your parents saying any particular sayings, proverbs, adages, whatever. I thought maybe I'd invite you all to share sayings that your parents kind of, or even grandparents, or if you have aunts or uncles, or anybody who kind of was a factor in raising you, who kind of like said certain stuff, and like a certain saying or quote or proverb or whatever, that thing that they used to always say. I'm just big on sharing and learning from one another and learning from one another's experiences, and I thought something like this, this unique little thing, maybe I can, open the way for us all to kind of share our wisdom, our parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles and whatever, siblings, whatever, whoever's wisdom really kind of came our way. I think it's cool to share that, because not only did that wisdom, kind of guide us, but now maybe in sharing that, maybe we can kind of guide others too, or guide each other or whatever. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it kind of interesting. I know it's a little short. I know there's not like an insane huge amount of stuff that I can say about this saying that my mother used to use. I just thought it's an interesting little tidbit to kind of throw out there. And I look forward to hearing from all of you about the sayings, the proverbs, the things like that you all were raised with, and what those mean. And yeah, I think this would be a really good topic of discussion and sharing. So yeah, again, I welcome you to share those in the comments. With that said, I wish you a wonderful day. Blessed be in Ashe. Stay awesome. And until our next exchange, bye-bye for now.